Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining today's webinar. This is Naveen, and I'll be leading the session on conversational analytics with Microsoft Fabric and Copilot. I work closely on enterprise data, AI, and analytics implementation, helping organizations move from traditional reporting to more conversational, insight-driven decision making. Before we get started, I hope I'm audible to everyone. Could you please type yes or no in the chat so that I can confirm? I would like to pause for a moment here. Cool. Uh, Looks like everyone is able to hear me. In today's session, I'll walk you through how Microsoft Fabric and Copilot are changing the way teams interact with the data, making analytics more intuitive, faster, and accessible for business users. Let's get started. Let me begin with a question. When you or your executive team or any of the leadership team need any clarity or any questions on the performance, reliability, or any of the reports or any of the operational risk, how quickly can you get a trusted answer? I know that it takes a time for IT to respond back to the leadership team, which in turn delays decisions. So in most enterprises, the data exists, the dashboard exists, report exists, yet answers are still delayed. So they require interpretation, reconciliation, and after multiple teams before leaders feel confident acting. So today's discussion is about changing this model. We'll explore how enterprises are evolving from static reporting environments to conversational analytics, where leaders engage with the data directly, securely, and in real time using Microsoft Fabric and Copilot. This session is not about a product demonstration. It's a strategic conversation about how analytics is evolving and what that means for decision makers responsible for performance, risk, and growth. So let's first ground this conversation in why this shift is becoming urgent now. So let me frame the current reality in four simple statements. First, the data is abundant. Every system, transaction, and incident generates information. It can be from any industries, let it can be health, financial, manufacturing, or the other industries. The data is abundant. So secondly, insights are delayed. Data lives across multiple systems. Reports takes time to build. Answers are rarely instant. So third, IT is overloaded. Each question becomes a ticket. Each request becomes an reporting cycle. Today, we'll see how we can make IT as a strategic enabler. And fourth, leaders needs answers now, not dashboards. Uh, Not dashboards. Conversational analytics directly address this gap, not by adding more reports, but by transforming how insight is delivered. Transition to understand the magnitude of this challenge. Let's examine how analytics typically operate today. Uh, In most enterprises, analytics evolved incrementally rather than architecturally. Downtime data may reside in different systems, maintenance records in some other system, incident logs elsewhere, often supplemented by spreadsheets and manual exports. Reporting frequently involves exporting, cleansing of the data or consolidating the data and formatting of data, often in Excel or any other tools, which might delay the reporting delivery. So leaders may see high-level KPIs, but visibility and root cause clarity remain limited. And every business question triggers a reporting workflow. Let's say an example considering the manufacturing industry, okay, which plant experienced the highest downtime, or what caused the availability to decline, where should capital investment be prioritized. Each answer requires coordination, analysis, and time to get back to the leadership. So this model slows decisions and increase operational risk. Given this reality, forward-looking organizations are not simply refining dashboards, they are redefining the analytics experience itself. What are we witnessing across enterprises is a structural shift. For years, analytics has centered on predefined dashboards, fixed KPIs, static filters, limited exploration, limited filters. Today, leaders expect the conversational engagement with the data, but not the static reports or the limited filters. So they want to ask questions and receive answers immediately, ask follow-up questions, do a conversation on how the data responds, which helps them to make decisions, refine context without navigating to layers of reports. This shift moves organizations from static dashboards to conversational insights, and from retrospective reporting to real-time decision support, from IT-driven analytics to governed business self-service. Importantly, this is not about replacing the business intelligence. It's about evolving BI into a more AI-assisted experience aligned with executive expectations. Let's make this more concrete with a real-world example. So Microsoft's AI vision for Fabric is deliberately practical and enterprise focused. AI is layered on AI is not just layered as an experimental add-on. It is embedded directly into the analytics foundation and operates executively on governed trusted data. This principle is simple. Data leads to insight, insights leads to action. AI not only delivers sustainable value when it is anchored in secure, well-modeled enterprise data. Fabric does not require organizations to move data into disconnected AI environments. It brings AI directly into the governed data platform. Microsoft allows this. Uh, this ensures the scalability, compliance, and strategic alignment. With that architectural philosophy in mind, let's examine how this was applied in practice. In the case study I am presenting is for a manufacturing industry, and it applies same for the other industries when we are implementing a solution. So this was an multi-plant manufacturer operates across different locations from the USA. They collected significant operational data across different systems, CMMS, MES, and other on-cloud systems and on-prem systems. The data is huge, which is unused from many years. So they lacked an unified governed analytics foundation. IT teams were managing multiple systems and ensuring data accuracy, but business users rely heavily on the IT to produce trusted enterprise-wide insights. KPI definitions varied across plans, and scaling analytics meant increasing operational overhead. The challenge was not about the technical capability, it was scaling trusted analytics across the enterprise without increasing the complexity, where making the data available to different teams or different members within the organization. Let it be a technical team, let it be a plant manufacturing team, let it be a plant operating system team, let it be a data analytics team. So it was trusted scaled analytics across the enterprise. The approach was governance first and IT led. So we consolidated maintenance and production data into one lake, creating a centralized source of truth. So the data is brought to one lake from all the different systems. We read the data and then followed the medallion architecture to store the data and then process the data. So then standardized enterprise KPI definitions through semantic modeling, ensuring downtime availability and MTBF meant the same thing across the plants. So this enabled role-based Power BI analytics. And finally, we layered conversational copilot on top of the governed data, so which allows natural language across access without compromising security, allowing different agents catered to different teams. Plant manufacturing team has a different data. Reporting team has a different agent, which all has a parent agent where it orchestrates the data from the child agents and gets the data to the teams who want to consume the data and see. And it is not just the question and answer, it's a conversation where you can ask and refine your question and get the response as expected. The outcomes were measurable. 90% of reduction in reconciliation errors, 20% of fewer unplanned stops, 60 to 80% reduction in routine BI reporting workload, 10 to 15% reduction in overtime costs, 90% time saved from preparing the reports. Most importantly, majorly, IT evolved from a reporting function to a strategic enabler for this organization. They now operate with a continuous improvement model, weekly KPI reviews, targeted corrective actions, and measurable value realization. This is what our operational excellence looks when analytics is unified, governed, and AI enabled. The objectives were clear here: unified downtime and incident data into a single source of truth, enable faster self-service reliability insights, reduce dependency on IT-driven reporting cycles. The goal was not simply reporting improvement, it was a decision acceleration. The first step in achieving the objective was not Copilot, it was a data unification into a single source. So, unifying reliability data with Microsoft Fabric, downtime logs, maintenance systems, and incident records were consolidated within the Microsoft Fabric's one lake. This created a single source of truth across all systems, no duplicated data silos, no disconnected spreadsheets, no conflicting KPI definitions. For leadership, this ensured confidence and consistency. For IT, it is simplified governance and scalability and compliance. Data unification became the foundation, not just for reporting, but for AI-enabled insight at enterprise scale. With unified data in place, the organization was positioned to transform how analytics was consumed. So Power BI Copilot in action. This is where the experience fundamentally changes. Instead of navigating dashboards or adjusting filters, users ask question in natural language. For example, what are the reasons for downtime in the month of June for machine one, and how is it taken care? And another question is, why did availability decline this quarter? Which plant had the highest downtime last month? So Copilot interprets these questions, translate into governed queries, and instantly generates visual insights for the users to read the data and make decisions. Users can follow up questions, drill deeper, compare time periods, no report modifications, no IT tickets, no manual reconciliation with this. Analytics shift from navigation to conversation. So this shift represents more than a feature enhancement. It represents a transformation in how insight is accessed. The traditional analytics is built around predefined questions. Conversational analytics is built around curiosity. That's the difference which we have seen. Instead of seeing only what was designed into a report, leaders engage dynamically with their data. You can ask a question, you can receive an answer, you ask a follow-up question, the system adapts, and the data gets refined. The answers will be fast. The experience becomes iterative, intuitive, and aligned with the executive decision-making patterns. Analytics becomes embedded in operational rhythm, not confined to reporting cycles. When analytics become conversational, the most critical performance metrics becomes instantly accessible. So measurable business outcomes. Technology alone does not justify transformation, but outcomes do. Following the implementation of Microsoft Fabric in Copilot, the organization observed measurable operational improvements. Root cause analysis accelerated significantly. Business users no longer relied on IT for routine reporting. Managers gained clearer accountability through consistency, API, KPI definitions across locations. Most importantly, leadership confidence in decision making was improved. This was not simply about enhanced dashboards, it was about accelerating decisions. And with that foundation in place, the organization was able to move beyond a reactive insight. What's next in AI-driven reliability insight? Once the unified data and conversational analytics are established, the next phase becomes possible. Predictive failure analysis is one of the next phase. Using historical patterns to anticipate downtime risks, AI-generated insights, proactively identifying anomalies instead of waiting for questions, role-based experiences, tailored views for executives, different managers, analytics team, data team, and reliability engineers, all gone at enterprise scale with security, compliance, and consistency built in. This is not a one-time transformation. It's an evolution in how enterprise consume analytics transition. Uh, let's briefly reinforce how BI, Power BI, and Fabric align in this journey. Power BI remains the entry point for business users. Fabric extends the capability into data engineering, data science, and AI, all on the same governed platform. From executive perspective, nothing is disrupted. From the IT perspective, complexity is reduced. Existing investments are preserved while the platform evolves to support AI-driven analytics and scale. Adoption becomes natural rather than forced. All of this is enabled by a unified enterprise ready architecture. This slide illustrates as how the conversation analytics changes the way leaders interact with the data. On the right side, you can see Microsoft Copilot embedded directly within the Power BI dashboard. Instead of manually navigating filters or building new visuals, users can simply ask a question in natural language, such as explain the important things on this page. So now Copilot analyzes the data context, interprets the business meaning through the semantic model, and automatically generates the key insights. This eliminates the need to manually interpret multiple charts. It transforms analytics from a navigation experience into a conversation. For executives, this means faster clarity. For analysts, it means reduced repetitive reporting. And for the organization, it enables GAN self-service where insights is delivered instantly, but always with enterprise security and data controls. Fabric architecture overview. Fabric provides an end-to-end architecture from ingestion into intelligent consumption. Operational systems feed data into one lake. The lakehouse transforms and organizes data assets using medallion architecture. The semantic model defines business meaning. Copilot enables conversational access, and Microsoft Purview ensures enterprise-grade governance and compliance. This architecture ensures that analytics is not only powerful, but secure, scalable, and sustainable. Given this transformation, who should be paying attention? So this illustrates a unified compute data architecture of Microsoft Fabric. At the top, you see the different workloads, the data factory, data engineering, data science, data warehousing, real-time intelligence, and Power BI, all operating within a single platform. Underneath, the Fabric provides serverless compute engines such as Spark, Scala, TSQL, KQL, and analysis services. This allows different personas let's say engineers, or analysts, or data scientists, AI, and business users to work on the same data using the tools and languages they are comfortable with. And the core is one lake, a single unified data foundation. Data does not need to be duplicated across tools. It is stored once and accessed securely by multiple workloads. On the left, you see the mirroring enable integration with Azure SQL and other databases without complex ETL. At the bottom, shortcuts allow virtualizations of data from Azure, AWS, Google, Dataverse, or any other on-premise sources without physically moving or duplicating it. This architecture reduces the data silos, simplifies governance, lowers the integration complexity, and enables AI and analytics to operate at an enterprise scale on a single trusted data foundation. Who should care? This transformation is relevant for information officers or chief information officers, data and analytics leaders, decision makers, and chief data officers who modernizing analytics platform for competitive advantage. For operational leaders responsible for reliability and performance, for analytics BI teams, enabling govern self-service at scale, and for digital innovators seeking to move beyond static dashboards towards AI-assisted decision making. Conversational analytics is not a niche capability, it is becoming an enterprise expectation. Let me close by summarizing the key strategic takeaways. So the data creates value only when it is accessible, trusted, and actionable. So Microsoft Fabric consolidates data engineering, analytics, and AI into a unified backbone. Copilot transforms complex querying into intuitive conversational interaction, which helps different teams in the organization. And also, together, they enable leaders to move faster, make confident decisions, and scale AI responsibly across the enterprise. With that, I'll open the floor for your questions.
Uh, thank you guys for joining. We have scheduled it for 30 minutes. So we would like to take some questions if you guys have any. And Naveen and the team can answer the questions. Yes. Anyone wants to ask any questions or any doubts or any things you want to share? You can share it on the chat. Or can raise your hand so that I can allow you the mic access so that you can speak and ask the question. Okay. Thank you, Naveen. Okay. We have a question from Alfredo. So Naveen, the question is, how do you manage data changes such as new product lines and new machines?
So when we have the data reading from different sources, what we do is that we build pipelines. So what we do is we read the data periodically from the source to one lake. So let it can be hourly, it can be uh, 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 fortnight, or it can be daily, or it can be monthly based on the data in the source. We will be reading the data from, we can read the data from source to the one lake. And all it is dynamic. Thanks, Alfred, for asking the question.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Naveen, for your
Thank you.
insights. Yeah.
Thank you. Have a
So
nice day.
thank you everyone for joining us today. We hope this session provided practical insights into how conversational analytics can accelerate enterprise decision making. And if you'd like to continue the conversation or explore how this approach could apply to your organization, and our team would be happy to connect. You'll also be receiving a follow-up email and with the session recording and additional resources. So on behalf of Ray Business Technologies and our speaker, Naveen, thank you again for your time. Have a great day.